So her name is Lumis now, right? Not Lumis? Okay, got it.
How's it going, guys? Shizukat's here, and welcome to my character overview for the other new 5-star character introduced alongside Stead, Lumis the Apothecary. She's a more offensively inclined Apothecary compared to Theo, so she can be a pretty good addition to your team even if you already have him. As far as her voice actress goes, Lumis's is another seiyuu that I'm sure you're all too familiar with. Haruka Tomatsu has some pretty massive roles in the anime space, such as Asuna from Sword Art Online, 02 from Darling in the Franxx, and Kyoko Hori from Horimiya. In gaming, she also voices Haru Okumura in Persona 5. She's also an accomplished singer and member of the idol unit Sphere, alongside 3 other popular voice actresses. Lumis is a much more offensive character than Theo. Looking at her stats, she has higher attack and speed, but lower defenses. Starting with her axe options, she's got plenty to work with. She starts out with a 2-hit single target axe right off the bat, upgrading later to a 3-hit single target at 2-star, and a 4-hit random target at 5-star, her iconic Raging Rush. Having access to this multitude of axe abilities makes her suited for single target DPS in any situation, since she can bring Raging Rush when fighting a single enemy, or the 3-hit single target when fighting against multiple. On the wind side, she's looking great as well. 3-hit wind single target is a fantastic skill to go alongside her arsenal of axe attacks. She also has a 1-hit wind AoE that has a small chance to inflict bleeding. While bleed isn't particularly useful, it can be used to enable an ally who gains bonus damage against bleeding enemies, such as Stead, the unit that Lumis is being released with. For utilities, her main skill is going to be her AoE heal and regen, which is only available at 5-star. While this technically makes her another 5-star regen caster after Theo, it's worth noting that skills that both heal the party and apply regen cannot have their duration extended by boosting with BP. Instead, the BP only increases the potency of the heal. For that reason, Lumis isn't a unit that I would consider a replacement for Theo, and he's still going to be the king of regen moving forward. Additionally, Lumis also has a couple single target heals. Both have 160 potency, with the latter also applying lightning defense up for 2 turns. Finally, she has a full front row blind cure, which also grants immunity to blindness when boosted. This is a really niche skill and not one that I would take over her other options unless it was a fight that was really notable for inflicting a lot of blindness. Looking at Lumis's passive, one is very clearly stronger than the other. Her 1-star passive is just like the passives on Ramona, Camilla, and Merit. She grants free HP regen to the unit in front of her. Free HP regen is always great, and allows Lumis to put in work even when she's inactive on the backline. Her 3-star passive is, well, it's there. While at full HP, she gets 30% crit up. Crit is without a doubt the least notable stat in the game, as I'm sure some of you have noticed with how little I talk about it in my videos. However, there's basically no reason not to take this passive in the long run, as free extra damage sometimes is better than no free damage at all. But it's definitely not comparable to other powerful passives like Scholar's 30% element damage up. For general play, 3-hit axe single target and 3-hit wind are great offensive options that let Lumis single out specific enemies even when there are multiple present. Bringing her heal and regen as a 3rd slot can be helpful in a pinch if you need a bit of extra healing. In fights where you know the enemy is weak to axe, especially if it's a single isolated enemy, bring along her Raging Rush. For accessories, she's a great candidate for your skilled Apothecary emblems to get extra axe damage. If you bring her specifically for her wind ability instead, you're better off putting wind runes on characters that have higher base damage and can make better use of the damage multiplier, such as Noelle or Tikilen. In summary, Lumis is a very simple to understand character. She has great offensive options in both physical and magical, but gives up strength of utility in exchange. Consider picking her up if you want a bit more punch out of your Apothecaries. And with that, we come to the end of the Lumis character overview. If you haven't already, you should check out the Stead character overview released alongside this one, since both of these characters are released simultaneously and also share a banner. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them down in the comment section below. And until next time, this has been Shizukats. See ya!